You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to this Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, Gretchen Plesha. We have Mark Sassy out and about on the horn, going to show you everything in Vail, as well as we have a really yummy show today. Jennifer Ratburn is going to come in and tell us all things plant-based living, and Julian Smith, the executive chef from Chasing Rabbits. So it's going to be a pretty yummy show. Stay right there, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Thanks for tuning in to our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail, September the 12th. And I'm down here in Minturn today. We're going to have another beautiful day around Colorado, around Eagle County, specifically right here in Vail. Maybe a chance of a little bit of moisture, more moisture coming our way towards tomorrow, the next day, and then looking towards the end of the week. But we're going to see nice weather today, pretty mild temperatures. Here's what we're looking at, 46 degrees. To start probably around 8 o'clock this morning. It's definitely a little cooler first thing here in Minturn. 72 will be the high temperature in Vail today. Mostly sunny skies with a 15% chance of a little moisture coming our way. That hourly forecast shows you mostly sunny skies all day long. Partly cloudy in the afternoon. We'll see about 70 degrees around 4 p.m. So our highest temperature of 72 coming our way probably around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. For Denver today, they're going to see a high of 78. With a 10% chance of moisture, mostly sunny skies there. For Vail, 72 with a 15% chance. Avon 75, and Eagle coming in with a high of 77 degrees this afternoon. Tonight we'll see that sun setting at 7:21. Partly cloudy skies, light and variable winds, and a low of about 40 degrees. And then jumping ahead for that 5-day Wednesday into the weekend, 69 for a high on Wednesday with a 40% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. For Thursday, we'll see a high of 65 with an 80% chance of thunderstorms. For Friday, a high of 61 with a 40% chance of maybe some afternoon showers. For Saturday, 68 and sunny. And for Sunday, 71 and sunny. So we've got a pretty large spread of temperatures and weather coming our way over the next few days. We're definitely going to see a cooling trend here middle of the week with some rain in that forecast. But with that being said, I want to fill you in on some activities happening that are going to be happening rain or shine. So we have Oktoberfest once again this weekend, the final of the 3 Oktoberfest. We had Beaver Creek first. Last weekend we had Lion's Head Oktoberfest. This weekend, we've got Vail Village Oktoberfest right there on Gore Creek Drive. The stage will be set up at Checkpoint Charlie. There'll be an additional stage, the Rocktober stage, set up over at Solaris. And then Oktoberfest and Helmut Fricker and the Average German Band, stein lifting, keg bowling, bratwurst eating, all the good stuff, starting at noon on Friday. Another big event that's been around for 14 years, happening Friday through Sunday, will be the Vail Concourse. Now, the Vail Concourse used to be known as the Vail Automotive Classic, and it's a multi-day annual automotive event hosted right there in beautiful Vail. And it's more than just a car show. The Vail Concourse offers 2 days of driving and social events, and then all these spectacular cars will be on display all around Lion's Head. So this Saturday and Sunday, we have the Vail Gymnastics Classic taking all over Dobson Ice Arena, another big event. And then we also have the Farmers Market in Vail on Sunday, and there's only 4 left, so make sure you take advantage of the Farmers Market while we have a few more experiences to go with that Vail Farmers Market. You can find out more at discovervail.com, but Everything on discovervail.com is your go-to website for anything happening around Vail every day of the year. All right, we'll take a quick break from our Tuesday edition. When we come back, we're going to introduce you to Mark Masters and another big show coming up for the Vail comedy shows. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
There are always so many fun things to do in this valley, and one of the coolest things is the comedy show. Our very own CC Zach got to speak with Mark Masters. Let's check it out.
So today's episode, I am thrilled to have Mark Masters with me here today, who is actually the second cleanest comedian in Colorado. We might have to ask him about that. He's also an author, the founder of the Vail Comedy Show and Vail Comedy Festival. And quite frankly, he's just an all-around funny guy. So with that, Mr. Masters, welcome to Good Day Vail. We have you in the house today.
Hey, Cece, I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you here. You know, one of the things I typically ask viewers is, why Vail? How long have you been here? Why do you stay here?
Sure.
Well, obviously, we'll talk about, your work here in the Valley to help make us laugh. But
Yeah,
give
so
us a little bit.
I love Colorado. Vail is probably one of my favorite places in Colorado. It might be number one at this point. I first came to Vail about 20 years ago, and loved it. I spent a ski season here, and I've been coming back as frequently as I can ever since.
And so if there is one word to epitomize Vail to you, what is it?
Ooh.
I didn't mean to
Fun.
stop you. Okay, fun.
Such a boring word. What a low value word. But
No. But it is, because that's what you bring to all of the people that go to your shows.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
tell us a little bit about your background in comedy. How'd you get started in it?
Yeah, well, I went to an open mic. That's how most comics start. And I had a pretty dreadful experience waiting several hours, and then got up and got some laughs and was excited about it and kept coming back and doing more. And it's been a journey. And now I'm here in this glorious studio at TV8. I'm killing it.
You are killing it. We're so happy to have you here. And when you and I were preparing, I mean, one of the things that you mentioned to me, which I just thought was a very interesting correlative to comedy, is that you said it was like golf.
Yeah, I'm not even a golfer, but a lot of my friends are golfers, and they always talk about the shot that brings them back. So they have a terrible day golfing, but they have one great shot. That's the way I feel about good jokes. You get up on stage. Last night I was in Eagle, Colorado. I was on stage for 10 minutes. I had one really funny joke in there that the audience loved, and that got me excited to get on stage again tonight and keep tweaking that.
So tell us a little bit about the benefits of laughter and comedy in our lives.
Sure. Well, I give corporate talks sometimes about the health benefits of laughter. So everybody knows that laughter is the best medicine, but there's scientific evidence that laughter is very good for us. It increases our white blood cell count, burns calories, it generally improves our mood, and there's all kind of, I can talk for half an hour about the studies from Harvard and MIT and Stanford, and all the benefits of laughter. There's a lot of them.
Well, I would have to imagine during COVID too is a challenging time for you, but what was it like bringing laughter? Because I know that you did some shows during COVID, and tell us about, your audience and the emotions that they felt during that time.
Yeah, it was a tricky time. It was we all lived through it, and it was something unique. One of the advantages was that we figured out how to do certain things online that some people still do today. Online grocery shopping, different things. It's great to be back with actual people. But yeah, the Vail Comedy Show in particular, it pivoted to online. One of the big advantages for me was that I started booking much more famous comedians at that point. They didn't have to fly to Vail, and I didn't have to get hotel rooms for them. And I was able to just have them online on these shows. And then we were able to go into living rooms of people all around the country and bring laughter to people who were, a little depressed. It was a tough time.
I participated in one of those Zoom events, and it was extraordinary. I had a friend with me, and it was just so much fun to laugh. I mean, to your point, it was such a stressful time, and I just kudos to you to being so innovative and to bring that to your constituency. So speaking of your constituency, how did the Vail Comedy Show get started?
Boy, great question. It was about 4 years ago. We started at Vail
It's
Brewing.
only been 4 years. It's like a
It
staple
feels like
in the
an
valley
institution.
now. That's
It does.
awesome.
People say that all the time. They say that about the festival as well. They think it's much older than it is, which I am proud of. So we started about 4 years ago at Vail Brewing Company in Eagle Vail. They were a great partner. That ended during the pandemic because we couldn't get together and laugh in a big group. And we used to pack over 100 people in that brewery every month. And we would drive comics up from Denver. And over the years, I've collected more equipment and worked with venues all over the valley. I probably know every hotel concierge and event coordinator in the valley at this point, and most restaurants.
That's worth just a monetization in itself. I mean, you could probably be a concierge for the concierge. But
Exactly. They're great. Thank you to all the hotel concierges because they spread the word about the show, which is great. We have a symbiotic relationship. When the shows are sold out, which is every month for about 2 years now, I help them get tickets sometimes for VIP customers, and they help me by spreading the word, so it works out well.
One of the things that you mentioned to me that was very near and dear to my heart is that you're giving tickets to a variety of people, and I know you're very passionate about mental health and making people feel good. Tell us a little bit about your philanthropic efforts here in the Valley right now with your shows.
Yeah. So you brought up two things. One, we do kind of quietly give away a lot of tickets to working locals, and that's rooted in an experience I had. I used to live in the Aspen area, which is very expensive, and I couldn't afford to do anything. You know, Michelle Obama would fly in and give a talk, and I couldn't go to it. You know, I'd just read about it in the paper the next day. And so there were always events that I wanted to participate in, but I couldn't afford. So we make sure that the audiences are full of restaurant workers, snowboard instructors, lift operators, you know, people that are making our valley run and operate. They deserve to laugh just as much as everybody else. So we try and make sure there's a pathway for them to get tickets. And it benefits me as well. I like to say that the audience, the shows are more fun if everybody isn't wearing fur. So basically, you know, if you have a wealthier audience, they don't necessarily laugh as hard as the kid who's pounding PBRs in the back.
Yeah.
So it's good for me. In terms of mental health, there's a lot going on in the valley with mental health, and in all ski areas, it's tough with seasonal disorder, SAD.
Yeah.
We'll just spit it out that way. And so I've given talks around the valley about mental health, and Root and Flower, for example, is a very good champion of mental health, and they hosted me once to give a talk to restaurant workers. And I think everybody deserves to be happy and to have a good time, and any little bit I can do to make an improvement in places where I spend time, that's important to me.
We need more people like you in this valley, because, you know, when we prepared for this interview, you just exuded a humanitarian effort in everything that you do. And yes, it's around your passion of comedy and your skill set of making anyone laugh. But you have a wonderful give back mentality. And, you know, hopefully our viewers see that as well. Yeah. And speaking of giving back, you just mentioned Root and Flower, but what are some of the other venues that you have in this area?
So we had a sold-out show last night at Moe's in Eagle, Colorado, Moe's Original Barbecue. They're a local brand that's gone national. They're a great partner. DiscoverVail.com is a big partner of ours. Mark Gordon Real Estate at Christiania Realty. It really takes a village, you know, a Vail village to make this happen. And a lot of people chip in. Drinking Vessels is a small glass blowing business in Minturn, Colorado. They've been supporting the show for years. And we have a lot of partners, a lot of great venues. Most of the hotels, restaurants, and bars we've popped up shows at in and around Vail.
Well, hopefully after, you know, we've developed this relationship with TV8, you can say that TV8 Vail is a partner of yours as well.
That would be wonderful.
We want to get your message out. So tell us a little bit about what it takes to succeed in this industry.
Oh boy. Well, you have people describe you as a humanitarian, and then you go on stage and make fart jokes at night. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a spectrum to being successful in comedy. It's hard to even define what success is in comedy. You know, we live in a capitalist country, so maybe money is one barometer for success. Bookings. I just booked my first college gig, which is a big milestone for me as a comedian.
And where is that?
It's at Colorado Mountain College,
right
fabulous. Down Valley. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
great.
Right here, local. I should have mentioned Vail Daily before. They're a great partner as well. So success, how do I drive success, or how am I successful? It's really a lot of hard work. It's like anything else. You know, you've heard of the 10-year overnight success. That's what I'm doing. I'm building up to being funnier and funnier through a lot of hard work, and I drive all over the country, and I do a lot of uncomfortable things. If people are interested in that story, once a month I send out kind of like a diary email newsletter that you can subscribe to for free on my website. And
is that a life in the day of Mark Masters?
It's a month in it. It's a month of, you know, where I slept in my car this month, where I got ripped off by a venue, you know, the best audience member I met, all kinds of fun, different stories.
And you know, one of the other things that I'm assuming is a huge barometer of success is the laughter that happens in the bar.
Oh yeah,
or
of
the
course.
venue.
Yes. Yeah, and that's really exciting. I come from an office background, and so when you work in an office, you have.
Me too, by the way.
Okay, all right. Well, you know this. You have like middle managers, and you have you never really do anything completely by yourself. there's always other people involved, and sometimes you can work on something for a long time and it never goes to the public.
Right.
Stand-up comedy is the exact opposite of that. You know.
So with that, Mark, I'm just going to ask you to hold that thought because it's the complete opposite. Please stay tuned to this episode of Good Day Vail because we're going to come back and learn about how you can find laughter in the Vail Valley with Mark Masters. We're going to take a station break. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Good information before with Gretchen about the Vail Comedy Show. That is a lot of fun. Good for the guts. Let's talk about your weather for the day for Tuesday, and then we'll jump ahead and look at a Wednesday all the way into the weekend, September 15, 16, 17 for Oktoberfest. Your weather today, 46 around 8 o'clock this morning. We'll see 72 degrees for your high temperature in Vail. And mostly sunny skies all day long. A 15% chance of maybe a little bit of passing moisture, but not much. Your hourly forecast showing you sunshine really for the most part all day long. More clouds towards the afternoon hours. And temperatures getting into the low 70s around 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Denver temperatures today about 78 degrees. So not quite 80 degrees, a little bit cooler for them. 10% chance of moisture along the Front Range. We have a 15% chance with mostly sunny skies and 72 for Vail today. Avon coming in with a high of 75 and Eagle coming in with a high of 77. For tonight, we'll see our sun setting at 7:21, partly cloudy skies, not much in terms of a breeze. We're going to see a low of about 40 degrees tonight. And then as we jump ahead for your 5-day Wednesday through Sunday, for Wednesday, 69 for a high with some afternoon thunderstorms, about a 40% chance. For Thursday, 65 for the high temperature with an 80% chance of thunderstorms. For Friday, 61 for the high temperature with a 40% chance of those afternoon thunderstorms, and sunshine should return for Saturday and for Sunday. And we're going to see our lows really in the upper 30s for the most part all week long. So definitely a shift coming our way. But that shift also helps us understand why the fly fishing it's been a little tricky on and off this time of the year, which is pretty normal, but things are starting to stabilize. I'm going to walk you over to my little handmade entomology station. I just want to share this with everybody, and hopefully you can all see this. Let me adjust my camera just a little bit. Now what we're looking at here on the left, right here, are caddisflies, and that's a very popular insect that comes from the river that the fish feed on during the summertime. And this was pretty recent, and you can see this is on any given day, the size difference going from something that big down to something this small. And that's kind of what we're all challenged with throughout the daytime when you're fly fishing, trying to understand what bugs the fish are feeding on. And when it comes down to it, if you can't figure out the exact bug, if you can get something close to the same size, and then after that, we're looking for the silhouette, then you can look at the color. But off to the right, I've got imitations of what might work well for these caddisflies. These are dry flies. They're going to float on the surface. So a larger dry fly caddis bug here. This is a darker caddis in that same size, a little bit smaller. Than we go down even a little bit smaller to that tiny caddis, which could be an 18 or a size 20. So that's kind of the spread of what we get to be challenged with, and it's not just caddisflies. We've got mayflies and stoneflies. Another great system to be thinking about setting up with right now is to be fishing with a hopper. This is called a chubby, and they come in different sizes and colors. That floats on top. It also doubles as a strike indicator. And then behind that, I would probably fish with something smaller, like a little tungsten beaded soft tackle pheasant tail. And I would probably separate these two by about 18 inches with some tippet. And then behind this bug, I would go even smaller once again with something like that, which is a mayfly, and that is called an RS2, and that one is a size 20 in the color of gray. So I would separate these two also by about 18 to 20 inches. So you start with that one on top, you go to that one, you go to that one, and that is what we call the hopper-dropper combo. And the hopper right now works really well because there's a lot of grasshoppers around the shorelines. Once we get a couple more really cold evenings and some frost, it'll kind of kill off all the hoppers. But right now, the hopper fishing has been kind of one of the staples for this time of the year. So definitely something to consider. And if you want to consider getting out to do some fly fishing, give us a call here at the shop. So I'm in Minturn. I'm right in the corner. Kind of give you an idea of where we're at. And we got trips going out every day. Right over there is the new Alpine Kind store. It used to be the antique store. And then another great thing that y'all got to know about, the saloon that's been around forever. And they've been remodeling it for over a year and a half. Well, it looks like it's not being remodeled anymore. It is official. The saloon, I think they're starting to do some soft openings, but they are going to be officially open once again. I saw some people eating food on the deck yesterday, so it's rolling again, everybody. That's exciting, especially if you like to ski in the wintertime. You like to ski the Minturn Mile. A lot of people will ski the mile, and then they'll end up right there at the saloon to have dinner and margaritas. And we weren't able to do it last year, but once again, it's going to come full circle, and we will be able to do that. So that is kind of exciting. So Bristol morning, first thing here at Minturn. We will be taking a quick break, and then we're going to introduce you to the Vail Mountain Town Summit. Now, the Mountain Town Summit is a group of mountain town communities that all come together to work, trying to find ways to create sustainability and to move forward with having a low impact, a zero imprint. And they're having their summit in Vail on October 18th and 19th. And we'll have all those details coming up right after the break. This is our Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, buddy, welcome back to the show. We're going to get into the information about the Mountain Town Summit coming up in just a little bit. But I had such an entertaining experience at Oktoberfest in Lion's Head just a few days ago. I was announcing the event all weekend long, and we had keg bowling, so that brings out a certain mindset of an individual. We had bratwurst eating once again with a Polidori bratwurst, and they were spectacular. And we had the stein lifting, along with all the other just entertainment and dancing and music. The stein lifting competition started off where we had some keg bowling, and this one guy came up and he had signed up to keg bowl. So he gets up in front of the stage and he decides that he wants to take his shirt off. So whatever, we let him take his shirt off. And then it came down to all the people doing the stein lifting. Actually, here comes one of my fishing guides. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I'm going to bring my fishing guide in right now, and I'm going to put him on camera. You cool going on camera with me real quick? We're live on TV. Will you do it?
Sure.
All right, everybody, come here.
Oh, God.
You're all good, right here. You and me right here. This is my buddy Nick, one of my fishing guides. You're going out with clients today, right?
Yes, I am.
What's happening on the river? How's it been? Pretty good?
It's fishing good now.
Really?
Yeah. It's been fishing good lately.
Floating or wading or both? What would you say?
I mean, the upper sea's great floating right now. The Eagle's doing pretty good. The Fork's good right now. Everything's good right now.
And what are you doing today? Are you wading or floating?
Wading the Eagle.
When's the last time you did a wade trip? Because you mostly float. I feel like in the summertime you're a full-on float guy, but you like doing the wade fishing trip too, right? You're all right with that?
Thursday, Friday.
So it wasn't that long ago.
No. It's good.
Are you going to wear waders? Or are you going to go...
Absolutely not.
That's tough.
Absolutely not.
He's also a big hunter. Are you hunting this year? Are you doing your deal? You have a tag to do some... And he hunts with a bow and arrow.
Been trying.
You're so quiet. This is not like him. He actually is a very loud talker. And he talks louder than me, but I think I threw him off by having him walk in the door to do some live TV.
Yes.
It's all good. I'm glad you're here.
All right.
And he's going to meet his clients up real soon. Maybe we'll be able to check in with his clients too and see what their intentions are for the day and what they can expect to get out of it. Thanks for being here.
All right.
All right, we got Nick Christian, one of my fishing guides. If you want to go out with Nick, give us a call. He'll take you on the river. But once again, he is not that quiet, just so you know. All right, let's shift gears back to the Mountain Town Summit coming up in Vail once again, October 18th and October 19th. And a big event. It's a big opportunity for communities in the higher elevations to get together to work on ways they can kind of find a way to grab a hold of what they can do for climate control here and what they can do for having a zero imprint moving forward with emissions. So we're going to have that coming up right now. We'll take a look at that. Then we have more from Minturn and more from Gretchen in the studio in Avon.
We're all looking for ways to be more sustainable. That way we're better to our environment, and that way we can see the snow stick around a lot longer, since we all live in these wonderful mountain towns that we know and love. Well, Mountain Towns 2030 and their director, Chris Steinkamp, is joining me to talk about all of the wonderful things that they have coming up. And you guys have an incredible thing taking place in October that people can get involved in.
Thanks, Madeline. It's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to hearing more about it, because what you guys at Mountain Towns 2030 do is really important, and you guys collect this group of humans from all walks of life to come together and come up with ways where you can be more sustainable?
Yeah, I mean, we are a network of mountain communities all across the U.S. And, as you know, mountain communities are on the front lines of climate change. We're seeing the impacts in our communities every day, whether it's through low snowpack, wildfires, drought, rivers running low. It's a omnipresent threat that we're seeing every day. But it's also an economic threat as well. And so our work is centered around bringing mountain communities together to have these conversations about what we're seeing, the issues, but also how we can all work together to address it more effectively and to set really bold, ambitious climate targets. Because if we're not taking action on climate, who is?
Which is something that's so important and something that's getting a larger voice now. This is something that a lot of people have kind of put by the wayside for quite some time. And now that we've really seen it affect so many places that we know and love, it is important that we take these steps. And so as we're talking about Mountain Towns 2030, can you give us a little bit more information about kind of what your goal is here?
Sure. So Mountain Towns 2030 was started in 2019 by a group in Park City who had been working to really set bold, ambitious climate goals for the community for the past 2 or 3 years. And we realized, at that point that after we got all of these goals passed and the community made this really ambitious commitment to address climate change, that, every mountain community is going through more or less the same process. And that, in order to really meet these goals in the time frame that we have, which is the window is getting tighter and tighter, we really should be sharing this data. So our intent was to work with every other mountain community to say, look, we've figured this stuff out. And many other communities like Vail and Park City and Aspen have really figured out a lot of this. So a lot of what we're trying to do is bring the communities together, have that dialogue, but also build capacity in some of the smaller communities that might not have the resources to do it. So our work is really centered around sharing data, collaborating, bringing communities together, but also bringing all the stakeholders together in these communities. So not just the elected officials, but their sustainability teams, the ski resorts, the businesses, the nonprofits, to really have kind of a cross-functional conversation about how, as a community, we're going to move forward together quicker.
Now, there's a lot of inspiration that goes into a project like this. Obviously, you guys are a bunch of snow-loving, kind of outdoor enthusiasts. And so was that the main point of inspiration for creating Mountain Towns?
Well, yeah. I mean, the snow and the lack of, or the inconsistent snowpack was the kind of the initial driver. But I think that everyone realizes that, if we don't address climate change, it's an economic issue for all of us. It affects our jobs, our livelihoods, and the future of our communities. So we really need to be doing something about it. And that's the main driver for what we're doing.
Now, if you were to recommend that people make that first step into being a little bit more sustainable and a little bit better to the environment, what would you say that first step is?
Well, I would say get active in your community. I think climate action comes from, policies that are set in the communities and the commitments that are being made. But, those commitments are being made because of the voices that they hear from the community members. So if you really want your community to take really aggressive action on climate, go to the town council meetings, be a voice within your community to help them make those commitments and take the action that's needed.
Now, if people are interested in getting involved with you guys to help make maybe their business have those right steps moving forward, or maybe to raise their voice in their community, how can they get involved?
So Mountain Towns 2030 is a nonprofit, and we work with every mountain community and the stakeholders within it. So visit our website, mt2030.org. Let us know, and we'll be in touch. We've got lots of programs throughout the year that really help you, give you the tools, the actionable tools that you need to really take on climate change in your community.
Now, since you guys are such a newer nonprofit, 2019 being your starting point and kind of the year that you took off to expand into such greater things and reaching so many different mountain towns, what's the history? What drove you guys to come together and form this incredible nonprofit?
Well, I think, as I was saying, in 2019, Park City set this really ambitious goal to address climate change and to reduce emissions 100%. And I think the driver behind that was that we really realized that, this data should be shared. The insights and the challenges that we overcame needed to be shared with other communities that might not have the resources to do what we did. Because again, we realized that this is something that needs to be solved really quickly. And if every community had to wait and to take on this challenge and do it over a longer period of time, we could accelerate that timeline just by being transparent and sharing the data. And so our whole idea was to make sure that communities are sharing the insights and the challenges and working together so that we can move this forward that much faster.
And something that you guys are doing to bring communities together to share this data is your climate solutions gathering that you have coming up. And so let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we are excited. We meet every year. This year we're coming to Vail on October 18th and 19th. And it's our annual gathering of elected officials, mountain communities. Basically, we'll probably have 50 to 75 mountain communities there from all over the country. Elected officials, sustainability teams, ski resorts, businesses, and nonprofits, all there talking about climate change. But I think what makes this summit really unique is that it's focused on real world solutions. It's not just a lot of talk about the issue and what's going to happen and the predictions for the future. This is about putting real world solutions in place. And again, having communities talk about the work that they're doing, and hopefully it can inspire other communities to do the same.
Now, if there are other nonprofits that want to get involved and be part of the change that you guys are going to make, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
Our website is the best way, and our contact information is on the website, and it's mt2030.org.
Chris, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this wonderful information. And now, if people are interested in just coming to the summit that you guys have coming up in October, can they just come and attend and learn from all of these powerful people talking about the same issue?
Absolutely. It's, the attendees are mainly focused on stakeholders from mountain communities, but go to our website, take a look. If it's relevant to you and if you think it would be helpful for the work that you're doing, by all means, please join us. Registration is on our website, and we're excited to be in Vail in October. And thank you to the town of Vail and Avon and Eagle County for having us.
I cannot wait to see what comes of this, and I want to thank you personally for all the hard work that you do. I think what you guys do is really going to save our mountain towns. And one of my dad, who is a longtime die-hard skier in the ski industry, his favorite quote is, "As a skier, we are snow farmers, and if we have a bad snow year, then we have a bad year of crops." And we keep seeing that more and more, and so thank you for making that difference.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Make sure that you check out Mountain Towns 2030. That way you can just see what your community is doing to make a difference. And if you need help raising your voice to have your community make that difference, well, they're a great starting place. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting board, color coffee roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, and I am so excited I get to introduce you to and interview one of my close friends, Dr. Jennifer Rathbun. How are you doing?
Hi, great, Gretchen. How are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
It's so great. We have spoken about doing this for a minute, and it's finally come to fruition. And Jen, I don't even know if you've realized you've taught me so much about plant-based living.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's true.
Yeah.
And, I know that I have yet to do the cleanse that you gave me last year.
Yeah.
But I am so excited. And I know so many people in this valley have questions. So before we get into all the fun stuff of events and everything that you're doing, can you give us a little bit of a background about all things plant-based? Because I know, and you've taught me a lot, but I want everyone else to kind of know what exactly it is that you do.
Sure. Yeah. So back in 2017, I did a internship at True North Health Center out in Santa Rosa. They introduced me to plant-based eating, and that was just such a phenomenal experience that I carried it forward, got a certificate in plant-based nutrition from T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies, and just delved into plant-based eating. Basically, plant-based eating is eating a diet that is, health-filled, nutrient-filled, and not going to be
plant-based.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
You avoid the animal products and eggs, cheese, and stuff like that, and just go for the things that have the most nutrients, primarily legumes and grains, fruits and vegetables.
I love that we both love. This was part of our friendship, just bonding over all of this.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and I think it's interesting too, Jen, because so many people think that the plant-based eating is not good. I mean, truthfully, they're like, oh, you have to take
How do you
away
get
all
your
the
protein,
right, and all the fun food, but that is not the reality, and you've shown me more than anyone that there's so many options out there.
Yeah, so I have an organization here in the Vail Valley called Vail Valley Plant-Based Living, and We, provide recipes to people, support, help you research and figure out how to do this diet right. Because we are definitely not nutrient deficient on a plant-based diet. And in actuality, most people are eating too much protein, which causes some stress on their kidneys. Yeah. So eating the plant-based diet that I eat, I actually get over 125% of the recommended daily allowance of protein.
So one of my questions is this, because I eat fairly healthy, not as good as you, not as well as you, Jen, but is it hard? Do you really have to track everything because it is a diet?
I don't really track anything yet.
Yeah, tell us about
I'm
that.
Thinking about doing it just as an experiment to kind of see. I've been really salt, oil, and sugar-free for the last 125 days.
I'm like, okay, first of all, high five. Yes, that's awesome.
And,
but your girl in the coffee situation, the sugar part scares me.
I feel so good.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is so worth it.
What have you, on a personal level, what have you substituted instead of sugar? Because that is going to be my hard.
I just changed my dietary preferences.
Okay.
So I just don't eat as many things that will have sugar.
What about the coffee
necessary.
moment? Do you?
I eat tea. I have tea.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So and I just will sometimes I'll put a little bit of sugar.
What was that? I love you.
But it's not like a sin. It's not a religion.
Right.
It's because I think that my primary focus is eating what is going to be healthy.
Right.
And when I want to really indulge, I'll indulge in, a tea with a little bit of sugar versus a cocktail.
Right.
Yes, and so I'm not having a martini with, extra sugar in it,
Well, and it's funny because, not to call you out, but Jen and I have been friends for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I know we both have gone through this ebb and flow like life is with eating super healthy and then, you're stressed out or, hormonal situations, etc. And so I think that's brilliant that you're saying.
This just really balances you out.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've said that to me because my
and
thing
that's a
is
part of the
coffee.
salt, oil, sugar-free part
Right.
is that you're basically not stimulating your nervous system for the addiction cycle. So
Okay.
your body isn't craving it all the time, so you're not overeating.
Wow.
And you're not wanting to always focus on, can I have more of that salt? Can I have more of those peanuts,
Right.
because of the salt?
Okay.
You're not wanting more of the cake because you're not wanting, the sugar in the cake to stimulate your dopamine pathway.
And this is another question too, and I know it's simplistic, but truth, and a lot of people have asked me personally about this. You can, right, Jen? I'm pretty sure on this. You can eat so many of these items you're speaking of, cake, etc.
I do.
It's just, I love you. Oh yes, I do. Because food is fun and it makes people happy, right? But you just substitute.
Yeah, I have a cookbook that's called the Health Promoting Diet Cookbook.
Okay.
And it has some wonderful recipes in there that are salt, oil, and sugar-free and tasty. I've given it out to people, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so great!"
I need to start on this.
Banana bread without anything bad in it. 200 calories a piece.
What?
So I know.
like this moment.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. And I know you have a fun event coming up, but before we get into all things Friday, what exactly for plant-based community? Let's say, for instance, I'm like, I am going to do this. I'm in 100%. Let's do it. If I get a little lost, like you were saying, in translation, and I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, you even have told me the first couple of days can be a little bit rough.
Mm-hmm.
Can you reach out? Could I reach out to you and get that help?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what? I'm here to just support the community as much as I can. I feel as if this is my mission in life to help support people in making the transition to a healthier lifestyle.
Well, and it's not, and you've told me, the early days can be a little bit rough, but then I know you just said you feel so centered and good and present.
I do. Yeah, I really feel much more clear.
You look great.
And thank you so much. I appreciate
Of
that.
course, you do.
Yeah.
And so this Friday, let's talk about the event. I'm so excited about
me
this.
too.
Yeah. So Power Your Plate Cooking.
Yes.
I love that. Power Your Plate Cooking. Because Jen knows I am not A cook. She knows this. We've gone out to many a dinner together.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Friday, and the space is above Starbucks. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
In the Riverwalk.
In the Riverwalk. And then it's from 5 to 8:30 p.m. And it sounds, tell me if I'm correct.
Yeah,
on
5:30 to 8:30.
8:30 p.m. Yep. And it sounds like the woman who is going to be there, Laura Van Dusen, she is going to be creating a plate that people can try.
Yeah, actually 3 different recipes.
Really?
So
Okay.
yeah, 3 recipes, 3 tastings.
Wow.
She's going to do a presentation in advance, and then you're going to get to ask questions and have
That's
a little
awesome.
dialogue, and
Okay.
then she'll go into the recipes, and there'll be a little social aspect to it as
Oh,
well.
I love that. So not
yeah.
only are you going to see how to make 3 different items now, or 3 different plates options, then you can also try them, and if you have questions, and you get to meet the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
that's awesome.
And she's just like, I think she's a top-notch presenter because she's been trained by the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine
Yeah.
on doing these cooking demos. So she has a lot of different, cooking classes potentially that she could come back.
Awesome.
She's from Rifle, and
I was researching a little
yeah.
bit about her. She is amazing. I mean,
Amazing,
she is on the
yeah.
top of her game.
Yeah.
It always makes me a little nervous because I can barely I can do a couple dishes, but she
Yeah.
is like really, and her plant-based, she's been plant-based for years, which is brilliant. That's really, really cool. So how can everyone get tickets?
So I have an Eventbrite page.
Okay.
So if you go to www.vailvalleyplantbasedliving.org,
VVPL.org,
then you can sign up for our mailing list, and I'll send out an invite that will help you understand how to sign up again for the. I also have a Facebook page.
Okay, awesome.
For Vail Valley Plant-Based Living.
So either way.
Yeah.
And that website again, because I kind of spoke over you.
Yeah.
We do this a lot together when we talk. www.vvpl.org.
VVPBL.
www.vvpl. It says pbl.org. There you go.
Yeah.
Or just hit up Jen. That's great. I'm so excited. And it's this Friday, and it's 5:30 to 8:30. It's going to be awesome. And you get to eat food. You get to meet the community. You get to meet this amazing human being, this chef. And Jen, I'm assuming you will be there as well.
I will be there,
I
yes.
should say Dr. Jennifer.
And
sorry.
the proceeds to the sales
Yeah.
of this will be going towards Vail Valley Plant-Based Living for our
Awesome.
infrastructure, for the website,
And to have-
developing the programs so that we can move forward in
And
our
do more
community.
events like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you're not excited, I am. I can't wait to hang out with you and eat it's hard to say this morning, plant-based. There you go. Thank you so much, Jen, for coming in early this morning. And keep it
Sure
right
thing.
here for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome back to this second half, the second part of Good Morning Vail. I am so happy. We are going to talk all things food and puppies. Yes, it's going to be a great, great second half. So keep it right here because we have more Good Morning Vail.
Everybody, welcome back to Good Morning Vail, live here in Minturn, right at the main intersection. You can see over my shoulder up near the Minturn Water Tower. We have some blue skies and we have the sun making its way up and over the hillside. We are going to have a sunny day today around Eagle County. We are going to see cooler temperatures, about a high of 72 degrees. So definitely a little more mild, more like kind of what is expected for this time of the year as we make our way into, you know, towards the middle of the second week of September. We are going to see sunny skies today, maybe a little more rain further off towards the middle to the end of this week. But we'll see 46 right now in Vail. A little cooler here in Minturn, but once you get into that sunshine, it warms up fast. 72 for the high temperature today for Vail Village, with a 15% chance of maybe a passing shower or thunderstorm. Mostly sunny skies today around Eagle County. As you can see by that hourly forecast, we'll be about 64 degrees around noontime, and then we'll be about 70 degrees around 4 p.m. We're going to have sunshine throughout the daytime. Maybe a few more clouds coming our way towards the late afternoon into the early evening. For Denver today, they will see temperatures in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees with a 10% chance, but mostly sunny skies for them. 72 for Vail, 75 for Avon, and 77 as you make your way further west down towards Eagle and Gypsum. Tonight we're going to see a low of about 40 degrees, partly clear skies, light to variable winds, not much of a breeze at all, with our sun setting at 7:21. And as we jump ahead, as we look at Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesday we'll see a high of 69. Definitely a little bit cooler. Afternoon thunderstorms likely, about a 40% chance. For Thursday, 65 for the high, 38 degrees for the low. Thunderstorms throughout the daytime. We're going to see with an 80% chance of that moisture coming our way. For Saturday, we're going to see 68 for a high temperature. Sunny side, sunshine for Saturday, sunshine for Sunday. But between now and then, we'll have a clear skies today. Then we have some moisture coming our way for Thursday and Friday. And then as you pass on through, then we'll end up the weekend. Should be a pretty nice weekend. But let's look at your forecast live from here in Minturn, the first thing this morning. And we have some great stuff coming up in the studio. I know Gretchen gets all fired up when Rhiannon Rose shows up from the Eagle County Animal Shelter, because she always has some kind of a little furry friend, a forever friend. We'll find out what she brought in today. Gretchen is with Rhiannon on the couch in the studio after the break.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. If you see this huge smile on my face, it is because I have one of my favorite human beings, Rhiannon Rowe with the Eagle County Animal Shelter, as well as Venus, our new little friend, our little girl pup, 5 months old, we believe, around there, and she is up for adoption. I know you just told me I can't have a third dog, but she is so cute. How are you doing, Rhiannon?
I'm doing great.
This is amazing always to see you. I love having you here, obviously, on the couch. And Venus is just, she's doing really well. I mean, she's a little shy, but she's killing it. She's doing well with all these lights and people. And so Venus is up for adoption right now.
She is, yeah, she's great. She came to us from Houston, Texas with her sisters and one brother. They were all named after planets.
Oh, I love that.
She's just been a real great dog to hang out with. Her and her sister Mercury are our last two pups that are up for adoption, so everybody else has found a home.
She loves you, Rhiannon. I call Rhiannon around town the dog whisperer, and she's always so humble and says, "Oh, Gretchen, it's just because they know me." No.
Yeah.
Every dog, my dogs meet like everyone, and they're like, and Rhiannon, they're like, yay. So excited. So Rhiannon, I know we have a lot going on as far as adoption, etc.
Yes.
What are you the most excited about right now as far as what's going on with the Eagle County Animal Shelter?
Yeah, we are super excited because today starts our adoption event, which is going on all week long. We are partnering with Best Friends Animal Society, an organization out of Utah where we get a lot of dogs and cats from. They are helping us sponsor adoption fees.
And so all week long.
All week long.
That's brilliant.
Instead of our normal fees, we are actually allowing pets to be adopted for $25.
Wow.
So this Venus here, she is $25 through the week this week, and she's already spayed, she's microchipped, she's vaccinated.
That's
so,
that's a big
yeah,
deal, and that's
it is.
brilliant. And I know around the holidays, people get really excited, and also it can be a lonely time for a lot of people. So maybe if you're looking for your forever friend to really snuggle up with and just have some fun, as you know, I called them my furry children the other day, fur babies, I meant to say. My dogs are absolutely the loves of my life and the best thing I've ever done thus far in my life. So I feel, this would be a brilliant time to really, $25. You can't beat that. That's
yeah,
pretty
and
awesome.
even if you're not sure yet about if, getting a pet's the right fit, just come
Right.
down and meet them. And we were just chatting before about volunteering.
Yes.
If you're not sure, or maybe you don't have quite the best living situation,
cute.
come down, walk Venus, play with all the kittens that we have. And we have so many puppies that are coming up for adoption later
Really?
this week that,
Okay.
oh my gosh, they are so cute. So,
And this is for obviously dogs and cat, any
Yeah.
of the animals that
Mhm.
you have, which is so brilliant.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that too, because that is a huge thing. You might see a dog online, and you guys do, I shout out, because you do such a good job at showing on social media and your website all the different animals that are up for adoption. But it might not be a soul fit, and the energy might be off, or you have another dog. We've talked about this ad nauseum, I realize, but it's truth. It's so important to make sure that I love her. She's so in love with you. That you're you get the right fit in the right home, and you guys are really good about making sure of that.
Yeah,
because you don't want to see them back, like
no,
you say. Yeah.
No, I love Venus, but I want Venus to enjoy
Yes.
her life. I mean, maybe see her walking down the streets of Eagle, but I don't want her back at the shelter.
I love her. She is just a doll. Is she always this docile and chill?
Oh no, she has her
She
play
likes to play?
moments. She
Okay.
plays. She's got a couple boyfriends at the shelter that she plays
Yes,
with.
she
so
does.
she goes out and she plays with them, and she just roughhouses, and then she's cuddly. So she's definitely a puppy, but
She knows she's cute.
She knows she's
She
cute.
knows
but
she's cute. She owns
yeah,
it.
yeah, she walks well on leash. She's really doing well at her potty training. So she's going to be a really nice dog.
I
for someone.
love her. She is so beautiful. Look at her. She's crossing her little paws. She's ready for a camera moment. We'll get a close up. Oh, she's yawning. It's early. Yeah. I'm proud of her. So, Rhiannon, as far as the adoption fees go, that goes throughout the weekend, is that correct? Okay,
Yes.
cool. And then do you have any other kind of events coming up? I know you're always busy. That's a thing for you.
Yeah, our next event, we are partnering with 2nd Street in Eagle. So we're going to be
we
bringing.
just had them on. We were interviewing.
They're awesome. We are so excited to join with them again. We had such a great time when back in the day when Bonfire was there,
Right.
and now with 2nd Street, their location is awesome. So the end of this month, I think September 28th, we'll be back there with puppies, and then also in October we'll be doing our fall adoption event in at Riverwalk.
Oh,
yeah.
that is so much fun.
Yeah.
I remember last year a lot of people went to that. That was
Yeah.
a big.
Yeah, they do a great job.
That is
So,
amazing. Rhiannon, I know we talk about all the things, but I was thinking about this for you the other day because obviously, again, my puppies, well, they're dogs now. They are the biggest blessing in my life. Is it kind of hard that you get so bonded with the dogs and then you see, or is it just such a good sense of pride? I know you take a lot of pride in what you do, as you should, but to see them going to these beautiful homes and living great lives, because you guys actually do, I should say this, you do the Gotcha Day pictures,
Yes.
and then you do a couple months or a year later, don't you do like pictures of the dogs?
We try to follow up. Yeah, we
and
love
cats,
it.
and
Mhm.
I should say animals in their forever homes, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that hard though, sometimes to say goodbye?
It is, but I also know that they can't stay with us forever, and we
Right.
want them to go out and explore the world, especially because we live in such a beautiful area.
Right.
Like going on hikes.
You
and
want
just,
the best for them.
Yeah, I want the best for them, and nothing brings me more joy than seeing them out and about. And
When you're walking,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I
Oh,
love
I
to
love
see
that.
them and catch up and see how happy their families are. So.
She is such a cutie pie. I have a feeling that this one isn't going to stay very much longer. She is darling.
Yeah, she's
Look
good.
at her. And Rhiannon, you said this is about the biggest size, or she might grow a little bit more, but she's not going to be a huge dog.
She's not going to be a huge dog. She's going to be a great size, a good hiking buddy, but also a good snuggler.
I can
think.
tell.
So, yeah.
She's full of love. Oh, I just love her. So Rhiannon, to see all the different animals that you have up for adoption, I know we focus on dogs a lot, but the cats are darling as well. And I know you get other animals too sometimes.
Yeah, we have a rabbit right now. She's hopping around the shelter. We just
She's
recently
hopping.
recently had a couple birds, but yeah, anything goes. You never know what the day's going to bring.
Right on. And where should people go to check out all the various animals that you have?
Yeah, so the best place is our website,
Okay.
eaglecounty.us, under our Animal Services Department.
Okay.
Check out all of the puppies and the kittens and everybody. Social media, Facebook, we're very active
So
on there.
good.
We're always trying to post these guys and then, you know,
Venus.
stop by. Just stop by and say hi and take a look at everybody. The best way to get to know them is to meet them. So.
I love that. And Rhiannon, I'm not trying to ruin your flow or anything, but I was just wondering, I don't know if it's a surprise. Every year you guys do the Halloween costumes. Are we doing it again, or do we have to
I
wait?
hope so. We
Okay.
need to start brainstorming.
We'll
so,
have you
yeah.
on before then, but I just was going to say that, you know, Gypsy and Bali, they're getting their costumes, and I would love to show, maybe we'll have them all on together.
We should definitely. That's definitely the best, most fun time of the year because you know,
Absolutely.
as much as probably the dogs don't appreciate
enjoy
being
it,
in
yeah.
we enjoy it.
Well, we appreciate you so much, Rhiannon, and you do so much for our community. And I know you get embarrassed that I say this every time, but it is truth. Like, we really appreciate you and everything that you're doing. And, you know, I am a firm believer that rescues are the way to go. So please, if you're feeling like you want a furry friend, definitely check out, you know, the Eagle County Animal Shelter. And we will have more for you in a little bit. And check out Venus as well. We're going to give her one last cameo pose there, Miss Venus. And we'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail. Thanks, everyone.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there, I'm Cece Zach with Good Day Vail. And recently I had a chance to sit down with two passionate Valley residents who have been here for a long time, who can really help us understand the different activities that we may not know much about. So please stick tuned to the Good Day Vail to learn about all ways to do outdoor activities and learn about what you didn't know about the Vail Valley so that you can live your best life here.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that. Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, so a little bit earlier, we had a chance to catch up with Cece Zach, having a great interview with Mark Masters with the Vail Comedy Show and the Vail Comedy Festival. The Vail Comedy Show has a couple of dates coming up with comedian headliner Katie Hannigan. Let's take a look at the second part of that interview with Cece and Mark Masters.
This is the Mark Masters comedy special show of Good Day Vail. So where we left off, Mark, we were talking about it takes a village to accomplish and be successful. But a couple other things that I've noted on your bio that I just want to ask you about. So why are you the second cleanest comedian here in Colorado?
Yeah, that's probably the most common question I get. I am Colorado's second cleanest comedian. And the answer is, I can't tell you. You have to come see me live, and I'll tell you from the stage.
Okay, all right. So when I'm in the stage, I'm going to ask that question. And I might have to have a camera on you. Of course, I know that I got to get your approval to show it on the show. But you're also an author, too.
I am, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you became an author and the name of the book.
Yeah, so I wrote a book. It's called Not Good Yet. It's about my first 6 months in comedy. I went to 100 open mics in the Denver area and all over the country, and I went to New York City and Los Angeles, and the basic premise is I wanted to become an amazing comedian in 6 months, and spoiler alert, I don't become an amazing comedian in 6 months. I still had a lot of growth after that period. So it's a time capsule of a comedian getting started. A lot of people who want to get into stand-up comedy have read it and left me very nice reviews online. Spouses of comedians have read it and loved it. So it's basically my origin story as a comedian.
Oh, that's awesome. So where, by any chance, is it in the bookworm? Or do we have to get it online?
Well, it is available at all independent booksellers. So
Okay.
Bookworm is an independent bookseller, and they have some kind of fancy computer system they can order books.
Okay.
I know it's way above my pay grade, the way the distribution system works, but I'm pretty confident you could go in and request it, and it would be there within a week. It's been at Tattered Cover and some other independent bookstores around the country, like in stock.
Awesome.
And you can buy it online at a
Okay.
big place that I don't need to
Okay.
give airtime to,
Yeah.
but you guys can figure it out.
Well, speaking of airtime, though, but let's talk about some of your biggest accomplishments. Tell the audience what you're most proud of to date.
I think, honestly, I might be most proud of Vail Comedy Show and Vail Comedy Festival. What I've done in the Valley is so exciting.
Tell our viewers.
Yeah. So we started out as a free show, very humble beginnings. We had, good comics, but not anybody who's been on TV or anything like that. And over time, we've gone to paid shows, which means a bigger budget. We now fly in comics from New York City and Los Angeles. We've had comics.
Actually, I think we have photos of a few of your
like
comics.
maybe Caitlin Palufo,
Yep.
who's incredible, been on Late Night with Stephen Colbert and the James Corden Late Night Show. She's a killer. She goes around the country now, touring in big theaters with big comedians. She came and performed at Bridge Street Bar and just blew the roof off the place. It was an incredible show. If you were at that show, you remember it.
Yeah.
You'll never forget it. She just brings such an amazing energy to the stage. I really look up to her as a comedian. She's fantastic. And we're growing from there. We got Nathan McIntosh coming later this year. They just did a big spread about him in the New York Times. It was him, Roseanne Barr, and Mark Maron. They talked about their specials. You can see his special, Money Never Wakes, for free on YouTube. He's so funny. He was just on The Tonight Show, and he'll be in Vail in August. So vailcomedyshow.com. Tickets are on sale right now, and you can find out information about all the shows. And to bring it
to the
back,
accomplishments, yeah, because that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm very proud of really what that means is people in the audience are going to have a good time. And that's what drives me. After the show, when people come up and say, thank you, I saw you setting up the show for an hour before the show. I see how hard you work. I had a great time. This was really fun. I'll be back next month. I'll leave a review online. Anything I can do to support you, let me know.
Well, you mentioned the festival, and I know that is just a huge accomplishment. It's only been, I think you said 1 year, but most everyone feels like the festival has been a part of Vail forever. And quite frankly, I think it's one of the staples of Memorial Day weekend now.
I hope it will become that. Don't go to Moab. Don't go see your family. Bring your family here to the Valley for Memorial Day weekend. We fly in 30+ comedians. We have shows.
30+ comedians.
We have shows all over. Last year we had comedians from Washington State all the way down to Alabama come to town. It's not published yet, but we finalized the comedians for this year, and they're from Nashville, Tennessee, to San Francisco, New York City, LA, Minnesota, all over the country, flying in. We have 4 amazing headliners on VailComedyFestival.com already, and it's 3 days of straight laughter. You get your festival pass. You can go into any show. It's really fun. I'm very proud of what we've done with that. It's taken a lot of work, and it really another example of the Village. A lot of local businesses supported us last year, and the comics have been talking all around the country saying we had a great time. Vail, we got free beer at Vail Brewing Company. We got a free whiskey at 10th Mountain Whiskey. We got a free breakfast at Loaded Joe's. We got free coffee at Two Arrows. We got free coffee at Gorsuch Ski Cafe. The local businesses really helped out, and everybody just felt like they were part of a community and a family here. And so that's one of the reasons why when I went to a prestigious comedy festival on the East Coast, the organizer told me he thought Vail Comedy Festival had been running for 10 years.
I did too.
And I had to correct him and tell him it's only been 1 year.
I did too.
So people wear these sweatshirts and the t-shirts all over the country, and people ask questions and they're like, yeah, I did it. It's incredible. You have to do anything you can to get out to Vail for the Vail Comedy Festival.
Well, tell us why the alpaca.
Yeah, great. Well, good thing you didn't call it a llama. Thank you. An alpaca. There are alpacas here in the Valley. They help, with some of the Vail Rec District races where you can't drive water and snacks for the racers. They use alpacas to get their provisions up into the hills. And
I didn't know that.
That's probably the main. I like to have an animal associated with any comedy show I run. So the Lodo Comedy Show down in Denver is a French bulldog. And because when you walk around downtown Denver, you see a lot of small dogs. The alpaca is, a local animal, and the word's kind of funny. It's got that hard K sound into it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does. Yeah, and for our viewers, if you've been watching and seeing the photos of the logo, it's the alpaca we're talking about. And Mark has also started a comedy show in Lower Denver. And so for those viewers that spend time in Denver, definitely check out those venues there too. So Mark, on more of a personal note, there's probably a few people that live in the Valley, our viewers, that might want to get into comedy at some point. What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, well, pick up a copy of my book, Not Good Yet. It's full of great advice. You want to go to an open mic during Vail Comedy Festival. We have show-up showcases every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you can just put your name down and be on the same stage that TV famous comedians are going to be working out new material on. And new this year, the day before the festival, so Thursday, May 25th, 2023, we're going to do a Vail comedy school. So we will teach people how to get into comedy, how to be successful at comedy. We have a touring comedian who's going to teach most of the sessions, and we're going to have surprise guests teach some of the sessions. We have a booker for America's Got Talent. We have a TV writer who's going to do a session. So it's a one-day.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the fact that I'm a horrible joke teller, horrible joke giver, but I am the host of Good Day Vail, I'd like to include some comedy in there. Will you help me with that?
Yeah,
or is
sure.
That a venue I should go to?
Let's punch up some of your material.
Yeah, you're making me realize that.
Anybody, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, that's
It just takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of effort.
Which is something that you have been doing for the past 4 years since you started this. Is there something you'd like our viewers to know about the growth? I mean, in 4 years, you have become a staple in the Village with the comedy show. The festival is obviously growing in leaps and bounds. What would you like our viewers to know about the growth?
I think the thing that makes me the most excited and happy is when, recently, a couple from New Orleans who has been to 2 Vail comedy shows in successive years told me that they planned their visit to the Vail Valley around the Vail comedy show. So
That is awesome.
It's so cool. We have dates on vailcomedyshow.com out until December 2023. So we're usually about 6 months out. We don't always say who the comedian is, but we have the dates, and people go to the website and they're like, we're coming to Vail in March. We know there's usually only 1 week a month that has shows. Let's make sure we're in town when there's a Vail comedy show. And then they book their travel. They buy a hotel room and their airplane tickets all around the comedy show, and that really warms my heart and makes me excited.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing it. And I think there's one other thing that you mentioned before we wrap up, that if there's anyone in the Valley that is interested in housing a comedian, especially during the festival, you have 30 comedians.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just put that out there to the viewers that are looking to potentially, you know, be a part of the festival in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's...
Yeah, and year round. That's probably my largest expense is housing comedians. We get these New York, LA comedians. We want to take good care of them. And often the headliners we have ample money for. Feature is the person who performs right below the headliner. It's very difficult to make a living as a feature.
Okay.
You know, we often don't have lodging. We tell them, you know, see if you can find a friend or something like that. If you want to be part of this community effort to make Vail comedy something exceptional, if you have a guest room or something like that, reach out. We will take advantage, and we'll take good care of your space, and that would really be amazing for the festival and year-round for the comedy show.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us. And for our viewers, you know, please check out the Vail Comedy Show and the Vail Comedy Festival. I know I am and have been, because we all need a laugh every day. So.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Spooky and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, buddy, welcome back to the show live here in Minturn. As you can see, sun making its way up. We got bright blue skies down here this morning. It's not quite as cool as it was first thing. I think it was in the low 30s. We're going to see temperatures getting into the upper 40s anytime soon once that sun gets up and over the hillside. And we'll see a high of 72 degrees for our temperatures here in Vail today with a bright sunshine, maybe a few clouds later on in the afternoon with a 15% chance of moisture. As you look at that hourly forecast, you can see temperatures midday around 4 o'clock, about 70 degrees. And we're going to see sunshine for the most part all day long, all around Eagle County. Sunny down in Denver also. Denver temperatures today about 78 degrees. We'll see 72 for Vail, 75 for Avon, and 77 for Eagle. And a slight chance of a passing shower, but mostly sunny all day long. Tonight we'll see a low of about 40 degrees. 7:21 will be our sunset. Partly cloudy skies and not much of a breeze at all. But once again, that sun's setting a little bit longer. And as we jump ahead, 69 for Wednesday. Afternoon thunderstorms, about a 40% chance. For Thursday and Friday, more significant chances for rain, 80% chance on Thursday with a high of 65. And then a 40% chance on Friday with a high of 61. And then on Saturday, we have sunny skies with a high of 68, then 71 and sunny for Sunday. So definitely a little bit cooler this week. We are going to see sunshine for a good part of the week, but we're also going to see some showers passing on through as we make our way into Friday and Saturday. But that's a look at your weather report. A lot of action down here in Minturn this morning. Glanced across the street, one of the new stores in Minturn, Alpine Kind, Sally January, the proprietor, she's got the store in Beaver Creek. She's had it there for quite some time. She just happens to be lingering out front today. We're going to swing on over and say hi to Sally real quick. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Y'all probably know Sally. She's been a figurehead in Beaver Creek for, how long did you have the shop in Beaver Creek?
This is our 6th season.
And you've changed the names a few times.
Once, yes. It was Siempre Viva formerly, because I used to work with indigenous women
Okay.
in Mexico.
That's
and
right.
we rebranded. We, over time, really realized that a lot of the things that people want to take home from Beaver Creek are always mountain inspired. Imagine that. And we also work with lots of local artists who make those things.
Right.
In addition to clothing that inspires an outdoor lifestyle, that's kind of our goal here. And so by opening the store here in Minturn, now we have a location where locals can stop in really easily and get a little taste of what we do up in Beaver Creek.
And you opened when did you opened right around GoPro, right? Like the beginning of June, or it was right around the beginning of June, right?
Yeah.
And tell me, how has it been? Well received, I'm sure.
Yes. So Minturn has been absolutely fabulous. We've been absolutely blown away by the response and the support. We've been able to have this location remodeled so that we can host events here, which has been really fun. Working with different nonprofits, that's been one of my goals, and now we have a space to do it. So
I love that. I love it. And you're bringing in a lot of new brands. You have this great brand you're wearing right now, Cotopaxi. You can show it right there.
Yes, we love Cotopaxi.
Right?
Yes.
And you said you unloaded what'd you say? 50 boxes or something. It was a lot of boxes, wasn't it?
Yeah, so a lot of what we do here in Minturn is we also have our headquarters. So we process all of our inventory, receive it all, make sure it's all organized, and then bus it all up to Beaver Creek so that we don't have to do it on our store floor there, which has been such a nice transition.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to, you've dealt with it in the past, but to have this as an option, they showed up during Oktoberfest, I think you said, and it would have been an absolute nightmare.
Right, and so having the Minturn location to have that has been really great, but we also do have a full storefront here that shows a little bit of everything of what we do in the shop.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
thanks
it.
for having me.
Of course, Sally, good to see you.
Good to see
What are
you.
your hours here during the off season?
We're open every single day, 10 to 6.
Bingo, there you go, 10 to 6 right here, Alpine Kind, and then the same hours for the Beaver Creek shop?
Correct.
10 to 6 in Beaver Creek also. You can't miss it on the back side of the ice rink, kind of right there near Gallery Row, so to speak, right?
Right, we're right there on the ice rink, so come and find us.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, Sally, have a
Bye.
great day. We'll see you later on. There you go, Alpine Kind, Sally January, right here in Minturn with her new location. It's been very well received. And it's actually a great fit for the community here in Minturn also. Just nice to kind of spruce up the economy here in Minturn and bring some new faces and some new people to the area also. So we're very excited about that. All right, next up in the studio, Gretchen's going to be chatting with the executive chef of one of the hottest new restaurant / bar / nightclub / hangouts in Eagle County at the Solaris. It's called Chasing Rabbits. Gretchen is talking with the executive chef coming up after the break.
adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
From landmarks to undiscovered treasures, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. And right behind me is one of Vail's most iconic hotels, and the only one here that's been operated by its original founders for the past 60 years.
It's a landmark. Well, it's a landmark because it's built by two people who have no idea what they were doing.
And those two people were Shaika and her late husband Pepe, both originally from Austria. After getting an opportunity to buy land in Vail Village, they decided to give the hotelier life a try.
Originally being, in New York as a modeling in New York, I thought it would be perfect. With Pepe being a ski racer, very well known and loved by everybody, and doing well in the ski business. I thought, well, he could have his ski shop, and we build a little lodge like we do in Europe. We live above, and we still live above. Same furniture, the same. The only thing is changed is the upholstery and the curtains. Wow. But it was built so different, and it was banquette wooden floor. You can't make that floor anymore the way it is now. And then we have a lot of Austrian furniture and very different.
Shaika says growing up in Austria during a war shaped her tastes.
We were during the war, everything, we had nothing. Both Pepe and I lost everything. And when you never had anything, you get things with a good, strong, and and our rooms look like guest rooms in somebody's home. They don't look like a hotel room. We don't have air conditioning, but we have fans. We don't have an ice box, but you can come down here and get ice.
And so the little Austrian-style Gasthof remains authentic and charming, which is why the guests love it.
I feel like I'm in Europe, and that's what I wanted. It's amazing that they have owned it and maintained it and been able to stay without being taken over by all the modern types of hotels.
And Shaika has no plans to change that anytime soon. Friends and employees describe her as a tough cookie with a heart of gold.
I'm very, outspoken. I like to scream and get mad. And then they quit and walk out one door, come back in the next door. It's just a family. The ones who last here for 20, 30 years. And like I'm bragging that here I'm since 64, I have only 5 chefs in 64 for all these years. And they stayed here. And then I had people here for 30 years. John, like you just met, the one is 42 years with me. I had a housekeeper 30 years with me. When you have people like that, they become part of a family. It's through thick and thin.
She says she owes her strong character and confidence to her grandma.
Yeah, that came from her, that she really put very much confidence in me. That always, even as a child, she never said look down or they always look up. Because if you look on the ground, all you see is dirt. But you look up, you see blue sky. So that's where I got the confidence that I keep my head high.
And remaining energetic and hardworking well into her 80s, she says is from self-love.
I'm in love with myself. I love myself. And I always say, if you love yourself, you love everybody else. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love other people?
Her love for others is shared generously, not only with her family, guests, and employees, but for the people of Vail as a whole. She says Vail wouldn't be the town it is without the people who helped build it.
The moment we came to Vail, there was just something about it. The people we have met. At that time, in 1962, everybody had a dream. Everybody wanted to make something special. Well, I just say I'm very happy, and I love America, and like I said it years ago, it takes a valley to make a village. And Vail became, thanks to the people in the valley, the people here, it's not just the town, it's the people who are in the town.
She says if you're in Vail, come stop by the hotel or Pepe's restaurant for some delicious food or just to say hi.
Good morning, Vail.
I am very, very excited. I know I say this a lot, but a special human being is sitting next to me, a personal friend and an amazing chef, the executive chef, Julian Smith from Chasing Rabbits. How are you doing, Julian?
Fantastic.
I'm so happy to have you back in the Vail Valley. He is a local, the extreme local, and he's back and working at Chasing Rabbits. How are you feeling about all of it?
It's pretty wonderful. I mean, you can't complain about Vail Valley and just the views, and living in Denver was fantastic for the past few years, but I've always missed this place, and it's my home.
I knew you would come back to us.
Yes.
And it was so sweet. We randomly saw each other, and I have my natural hair color now, and he was like, who is this woman hugging? Oh, Gretchen. Julian, I have to be honest. You're coming back, and you're coming back with a bang, because Chasing Rabbits is the it place to be.
I mean, the space is just fantastic, and all the different rooms and different venues, and the food really emulates the different, specific areas where you might hang out, and the rabbit hole versus Chasing Rabbits versus the Moon Rabbit and the Speakeasy.
It's
and
so
things
hard
like
to
that.
remember all the spaces, right? I said that the other day to someone. They're like, "Oh, we're going to Chasing Rabbit. We're going to be at Moon Rabbit." I'm like, "Which one is that again?" You need a map, literally. It's Alice in Wonderland.
It is.
Right?
That's the point, right?
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Well, and Julian and I were speaking a little bit off camera, and I think one thing that's so cool is, yes, people go for the arcade, they go for the speakeasy, they go for all of this. However, the food is what brings people back. I've eaten there 1,005 times, It's brilliant. It is so good.
Yeah, we really try very hard to bring in top quality ingredients and really try and do something a little bit different than what you're used to for Vail Valley and for Colorado in a sense.
Right.
But also at the same time, really using specific Colorado ingredients and Mediterranean food. So
Well, and that's what I think is so wild about Chasing Rabbits in itself is people come from all over the world, right, to Vail.
Mhm.
They come and they're like, oh, this is Vegas, this is New York, they
Right.
always have a different thing to say about it. I'm like, you're in Vail, but it feels like you're taken to a different space or a different place, right?
Definitely. Like, it's endless, the opportunity there,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited to be back and a part of it.
And I know you are, and you're so humble, but I have to be honest with everyone. Julian is an incredible chef, and I cannot wait. I already said I'll come this weekend just so I can eat your food. It's so
Awesome.
good.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You're like, I'm there every single night. Julian, what is your favorite? I know this is such a loaded question. It's like asking, a TV host, radio host, what your favorite song or movie is, but what is your favorite dish to make at Chasing Rabbits?
I think that the octopus, and I
yes, I've
especially
had it.
love cooking seafood. So
Okay.
I think that's our specialty. Yeah, it's funny because you don't think of Colorado as being a
Right.
place necessarily to buy fresh fish, but we have it flown in every day. So we call in the middle of the night and it's
Wow.
flown in the next day, and it's really something special.
I didn't even know that. That's brilliant. And
Yeah.
I've had the octopus. It's
It's out of this world.
It's so good. And we should say, the main dining room is stunning. It's gorgeous. I've sat at every area of
Yeah.
by the wall, by the fireplace. I've also, is that what you call that? It's like because it has the glass around the fireplace,
Right, yeah.
Whatever. And then also in the library area, it's such a different.
I love the library, and for
Same.
special events or private events, it's
Amazing.
You really get your own room and your own environment, and we're able to really take care of you.
Yeah, and I've also had a lot of friends that have taken, I'm 42 and I've loved the arcade, let's be honest. That's my jam.
Yeah.
But also people will eat in there with their children and they've had the best food ever and they'll go back there.
I know. I
Just to,
spoke to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said it was his son's favorite place in the world. He's
You're
like, my favorite
yeah.
place in the world
Dude, I wish I
is
was
the
raised-
rabbit hole.
Don't you wish we were raised like this?
Yeah.
You're like 6 or 7, and you're like, no big deal. I want to go to Chasing Rabbits in the rabbit hole in Vail Village.
Yeah.
Really? I was like, Mom and Dad, I want to go to I don't even know, Applebee's in Ohio. So I know that you guys have a lot of events and really cool events. I mean, every week you have something. Bingo, you have DJs, you have musicians. You have
Karaoke night as well.
I have not yet been.
Which I believe is tonight, yeah.
Yes, and it's Tuesday. What day are we? Tuesday night. Yeah, I'm like, what? Last night was bingo, correct?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, I think I almost have it down. And then you have awesome musicians. Boombox was there.
Boombox was
Yeah.
there, and then New Year's Eve should be
That's
a
what I was-
really exciting event with different magicians and
Yeah.
people in rabbit costumes and a very
Yes. It's posh. I saw pictures from last year. I'm like, since you're going to be there for New Year's Eve, maybe that will be my moment too, because it looked amazing and people were dressed to the nines.
Absolutely.
And it looked like there were a lot of things I don't want to give. Well, it's probably totally different this year. I know you guys. You're like wink, yeah. So that's amazing, and I can't believe we're almost to the holiday season. It's
That's
right
true
around the corner.
too. Yeah. New Year's Eve looks really, really, really spectacular, and it'll be my first New Year's Eve at Chasing Rabbits.
Right.
So, we look forward to it, and we definitely will host the best party in Colorado by far, maybe
Ooh.
in the country.
Dang,
So,
he's taking it
yeah.
Colorado to
Let's
country.
go.
I know this man. What he says is truth. It is a true story. We've known each other, I'm not even going to say so many
Yeah.
years. So many years.
Don't age me.
That's brilliant. Well, Julian, we are so excited to have you. Executive chef, that's a big deal at Chasing Rabbits. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm excited, like I said, to be back in the Vail Valley. And
Good.
And I was at Bowl for 7
Yes,
years,
yep.
and we really created something special there, and I think it really still is something special. But
Right.
I look forward to
Yeah.
moving forward and
Doing
creating awesome food for
Well-
the Vail Valley and Colorado.
And you're very beloved in this valley. It's so cute because we used to go to Bowl all the time, and my mom and dad even are like, Julian from Bowl? And I'm like, yep, Julian from Bowl is the executive chef at Chasing Rabbits. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome, Julian. Well, if anyone has any questions or if they want to check out the menu, etc., where should we direct them to?
I think the website is a really great resource for special events and for making a dining reservation or whatever your needs are.
It's super easy too. I've
Very
used
easy,
it all the
very
time.
user friendly, and it really kind of encaptures the space. The pictures online, et cetera,
Right. It
are
does.
really helpful.
And I do have to say a shout out to all the people that work there because I have taken my mother there for her birthday. I've spent many nights there, and people really the staff there creates a unique experience for everyone, and that's
Yes.
beautiful. So I'm a big fan, if you can't tell, and now even bigger fan because Julian is the executive chef. So thank you so much for getting up so early, and
of course,
I will see you this week at Chasing Rabbits anyways. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center. Happy Tuesday. Let's take a look at that gorgeous day outside. I am excited. It's 8 a.m., high of 46 degrees, and a high, 8 a.m., 46 degrees, a high of 72, and rain, 15% chance. 8 a.m., 46 and sunny, and then noon, 64, mostly sunny. 4 p.m., 70 and partly cloudy. And then 8 p.m., 61 and cloudy. So you see some of that cloud coverage, cooler temperatures sneaking in later on this evening. I have been sleeping like a champ, and I've been loving it. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. Eagle, 77 degrees. Vail, 72 and sunny. Not a lot of cloud coverage, so beautiful day to get on out there. Soak up that sunshine, have some fun in the summertime sun, the last of the summertime sun. Avon, 75 degrees, and then Denver, 78 degrees. So beautiful day out there. Tonight, a low of 40 degrees, partly cloudy. Sunset at 7:21 p.m. Winds light and variable. So it's going to be a really great day. I'm excited that not a lot of cloud coverage and gorgeous day out there. Wednesday afternoon, thunderstorms and 69 degrees. Thursday, 65 degrees and thunderstorms. And then Friday afternoon showers, 61 degrees. Saturday and Sunday look awesome with 68 and 71 degrees and sunny. So it looks like, you know, we're going to get some precipitation. We're going to get some sunshine like we always do, a little bit of everything in the mountain towns here. So I'm loving this weather. Hopefully you're having a great day, and keep it right here for more Good Morning Vail tomorrow.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer